Here we have a 2014 on a 14 registration Mercedes-Benz Atego 1524L Unvi Touring 41 seat coach. Now, this is a blast from the past, this. Right, because we were talking on the way down. Obviously, we're on Lewis in Stornoway at Locks Motor Transport. Okay? And on the way from the airport, because what I do, I fly in on like the first afternoon flight and fly out on the last one. Gives me about a 4-hour window. On the way from the airport, Roddy was saying in the car, he said, you know, I've had that 7 years. And I thought, I sold him this. Right, he sold him from Ria's. And he said, aye. March 24th, 2018 we bought this, and I said, well, this must be one of the first vehicles I sold. Because what we did, we sort of Christmas 2018, we kind of decided we were going to give this Odyssey like a go. And then we just tickled about with it for a couple of months to see, you know, if it'd work, rather than go all in. And then we kind of officially launched it on the 1st of April 2018. So this has got to be one of the first vehicles I sold, and the first time I met Roddy. And if you think in the last 7 years how many vehicles I've sold out of this yard, it's been a good relationship. And that's because this is cleaner 7 years later than the day I sold it, because they're looked after. So Euroliner wheel trims are fitted. Just to give you a bit of history, new to Coastal Coaches near Preston. So, big Mercedes operator, big Unvi operator, and also, you know, looks after his motors. And then I think it ended up at Chris's on a trade sort of deal for him to sell, and then we sold it up here. Bodywork's all good, certainly down the offside. Rear continental doors fitted. Reverse camera hiding away up there. The winner with this product, see, it's still got Coastal Coaches blue on the inside of the locker there. Massive luggage, right? And that's, you know, people are into sort of the little coaches now, aren't they? The little MD9s, TC9s, and your truck-based stuff's become more of a niche market. And I think you'll get more luggage in one of these than you will in one of the products I've just mentioned, just because of the height for a start. You know, you've loads of luggage space there, and you've also got a good amount in this side locker here. The two main things that put people off stuff like this is the engine noise and the entrance, because obviously with a front engine vehicle, the engine's right in front of us, you've got to circumnavigate it. But they're not deep steps. There's plenty to hold on to. Grab rail there, grab rail there, grab rail there. They're not that difficult. I think sometimes we're just trying to convince ourselves it's not the right thing. So as we jump on board, even inside it's got big coach feel, right? But it's quite a high vehicle for an Atego based product. You've got 41 reclining seats. They're fitted with 3-point seat belts, fitted in this half leather trim. As I said, and I'm not kidding when I say this interior is cleaner than the day I sold it, which is not so much to be bragging about, really. Seats are in great condition, but they look after the vehicles. That's the only thing, and that's going to get replaced prior to sale. That window's gone and it's starting to fill up. That's the only thing, but that'll get replaced prior to sale. It's fully air conditioned. We're wired for CCTV. We've got a carpet to the aisle. They do feel like a big coach, but granted, they're a bit noisy. It's another product I like, but I've always been a big fan of Unvi products. You know, whether that be Sprinter based, Atego based, Vario based, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Volvo product looks like with an Unvi body on it. I mean, Roddy's got 2 on order already, so he's already showing a little bit of confidence towards the product. It's when you come down here and it kind of puts drivers off, if you like, because they're having to climb in there. They feel like they're climbing in a truck. They're sat next to the engine. Now, this is Euro 5. However, I've not checked, but I'm fairly confident it'll be clean air zone compliant. But I'll double check, and I'll obviously get the screenshots. Dash is in great order. It's a 6-speed manual gearbox. Now, that is not a bad thing. Anybody who's driven any Atego based product, whether it be Cheetah XL, whether it be a Taurus 900, whether it be an IndyCar Next, and it's got the Mercedes PowerShift 3 gearbox, unless you get used to it and you know how to drive it, they're not pleasant. They're very sort of jerky because it's very low geared. So if you've got something with a heavy foot, everybody's like a nodding donkey until it gets going. Now, we all remember the days of the early Cheetahs where you did a shifting one and you thought you needed a knee replacement because the clutch was that heavy. That's gone. The clutch in these, it's like pressing fresh air, right? It's a nice tight gearbox. It's not like stirring a bowl of soup on a Leyland Tiger, right? These actually drive better and smoother than the automatic version. But let's be honest, let's look at the Vario automatics with the Allison gearbox. They were never that great, were they? Merc van and truck products have always been better with a manual gearbox, you know, and I still think these with a manual gearbox are far better than with the automated. Mileage wise, you can't see from here, and I'll probably not be able to get up again if I bend down there. You can see on the dashboard, I think, yeah, there you go, just short 290,000 kilometres, not even running. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, it's coming from a great home. They look after the vehicles. They've got modern maintenance facilities. They've also got the local MOT ATF test facility, right? So that speaks volumes for me. And how can I explain it? I have yet, no, that's a lie, only twice in all the vehicles I've sold here, and we're well into the teens, I've only twice had somebody come all the way here to look at them, right? Granted, one only came from Forfar, but the other one came from Somerset. Normally, we look at my video and my photographs, we chuck it on the pit, we do a video underneath to make sure there's now hanging off, a couple of inspection sheets so you can see what's been done to it, and the first time you see it, once you've paid for it, is in Glasgow when we deliver it. And I've every confidence in every vehicle in this yard, right, every one, that you'll be happy with it. So to recap, it's a 2014 on a 14 registration, Mercedes-Benz Atego 1524L, Unvi Touring 41 seat coach.